She appeared to have everything people spend their lives chasing: an enormous home, luxury vehicles, and a lifestyle defined by privilege. Her husband treated her like his entire world, providing comfort, stability, and devotion. From the outside, it was a picture of perfection. But behind the designer labels and polished Beverly Hills image, a hidden truth was quietly growing. That secret would eventually cost a man his life and bring everything she built crashing down. This is the story of Monica Cementelli, a case shaped by desire, deception, and betrayal that sent shockwaves through Los Angeles and the beauty industry. That Monica's life looked effortless. Her husband, Fabio Cementelli, was a powerful executive at Wella, one of the most respected names in global hair and beauty. He was successful, admired, and deeply committed to his family. Friends described him as generous and loving, someone who took pride in caring for his wife and children. Fabio spared no expense: lavish trips, expensive gifts, and a home designed for comfort and security. To those around them, their marriage seemed strong, even enviable. But while Fabio focused on expanding his career and protecting his family, Monica was leading a second life. That life included Robert Baker, a former race car driver known for his confidence and bold personality. Their paths crossed through shared social circles, and what began as casual interaction quickly escalated into something more intense. Secret messages turned into private meetings. Hotel rooms replaced public outings. The relationship grew deeper, fueled by emotion, secrecy, and risk. The affair soon shifted from excitement to ambition. Monica no longer wanted moments stolen in private. She wanted freedom. A future with Baker meant one thing stood in the way: her husband. Together, they began discussing the unthinkable. Conversations evolved into planning. They analyzed Fabio's daily routines, the layout of the house, and moments when he would be alone. Their goal was simple: make it look like a random crime, a robbery that went wrong, leaving no trace back to them. In January 2017, the plan moved from theory to reality. Fabio spent the day at home, enjoying time by the pool at their Woodland Hills mansion. It was an ordinary afternoon, until it wasn't. When his teenage daughter returned from school, she walked into a scene no child should ever see. Her father lay lifeless near the pool, the place where he once relaxed. That image would follow her forever. Police initially approached the case as a possible home invasion. But as they examined the scene, doubts emerged. Expensive items were untouched. Cars remained in place. Jewelry was undisturbed. It didn't fit the pattern of a robbery. Monica told investigators she had been out running errands and knew nothing about what happened. She appeared devastated, playing the role of a grieving wife convincingly. But cracks formed quickly. Surveillance footage from nearby homes contradicted her timeline. Investigators began pulling phone records, emails, and social media data. What they uncovered told a very different story. Dozens of messages between Monica and Robert Baker surfaced. Some romantic, others discussing money, jealousy, and a life without Fabio. Detectives also discovered conversations referencing Fabio's $1.6 million life insurance policy, money Monica would receive if he died. That detail changed everything. When questioned, Monica denied any wrongdoing, insisting the messages were misinterpreted. But as evidence mounted, her explanations kept shifting. Each version unraveled faster than the last. The digital trail led investigators directly to Robert Baker, but a search of Baker's home uncovered physical evidence tying him to the murder. DNA, phone location data, and surveillance footage placed him at the scene. Once arrested, the story began collapsing entirely. Baker initially refused to speak. Then, in a move that stunned many, he accepted responsibility. In 2023, Robert Baker entered a no-contest plea, receiving a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. What began as a hidden affair ended as a carefully constructed lie exposed. A life of luxury, love, and security was destroyed, not by chance, but by choice.
Client wishes to plead guilty to all charges and admit all allegations and special circumstances. Is this correct?
That is correct.
Inside the courtroom, Baker insisted he alone was responsible. He claimed the killing had nothing to do with money, that he acted out of obsession, driven by his desire to have Monica to himself. Prosecutors rejected that explanation outright. They argued his story was a shield, not the truth that he was covering for her. To them, this wasn't a crime fueled by emotion alone, but one rooted in calculation and financial gain. Years passed before Monica herself stood before a jury. When her trial opened in early 2025, public attention returned in full force. Each day she entered the courtroom flawlessly styled, wearing tailored designer outfits, poised and controlled. At times, she even appeared to smile. Nothing about her demeanor suggested she was confronting the possibility of spending the rest of her life in prison. Her defense team painted her as a target rather than a mastermind. They described her as a woman caught in the grip of a dangerous, obsessive man who acted independently, without her consent or awareness. Prosecutors, however, dismantled that narrative piece by piece. They laid out a portrait of deception, carefully planned lies, deliberate manipulation, and choices made with chilling intent. Call records and message logs became central to the case. Then the trial took a decisive turn. When Christopher Austin was called to testify, the atmosphere shifted. This wasn't speculation or digital data. This was someone who had been close enough to know what was being planned, someone who had heard the conversations and understood the arrangement. And as he spoke, Monica's composed exterior finally cracked. Austin had reached an agreement with the state. In exchange for his testimony, he accepted a plea related to his role in the crime. From the witness stand, he didn't hesitate. He told jurors that Monica wasn't a bystander. She was the engine behind the plan. According to his account, the motive had two parts: the $1.6 million life insurance policy on Fabio Cementelli, and Monica's desire to remove the one obstacle preventing her from freely continuing her relationship with Baker. Austin testified that the plan involved coordination down to the smallest detail. On the day of the attack, he said Monica would leave the front door unlocked, allowing Baker to enter without drawing attention. What prosecutors presented wasn't a crime of impulse. It was a deliberate act, shaped by greed and the promise of a new life at someone else's expense.
Where he said, she's gonna go to the store and he's gonna be home alone.
That's what he told you?
That's what he told me.
Now Baker told you as you're headed up there, as you testified, that the front door is going to be unlocked.
He said the front door should be open.
Should be open.
Meaning unlocked.
Did he tell you how he knew that?
He told me, he said she's gonna leave the door unlocked.
When you got, and when you said she, did he tell you who she was?
The defendant.
When you got to the front door, was it unlocked?
It was indeed unlocked.
That unlocked entrance became the turning point. It wasn't just a small detail. It directly connected Monica to what was about to happen. It showed participation, not ignorance. Austin then described the moment planning became reality. He testified that he and Baker drove to the Cementelli residence after Baker received a message that appeared to come from Monica, a signal that the house was clear. Inside, Fabio was seated near the pool, completely unaware that his life was about to end. Austin said Baker moved first, rushing Fabio and covering his mouth, while Austin restrained him from behind. He admitted to striking Fabio once during the struggle, while Baker carried out the rest of the attack.
Baker covered his mouth. He started stabbing him and he covered his eyes. And I stabbed him in his head.
Did Baker say anything to all of us? And did you see when Baker was stabbing him?
He just started in like the mid area and everything. I closed my eyes. I closed my eyes after he started stabbing him, after I stabbed him once, and then I pulled the knife out, and then he started running toward the house.
So you recall that you stabbed him one time. Where was that at on his body?
And on the neck.
Was he still seated in the chair?
Yes.
Did he ever get up from the chair that you recall while this was going on?
No.
Austin told jurors that Baker repeatedly said Monica wanted her husband eliminated. According to him, she wanted a clean slate, financial freedom, and the chance to openly continue her relationship. Austin testified that he was compensated with gold coins for his involvement and promised a share of the life insurance payout once everything was finished.
Did you talk to him before you left about what you were thinking or feeling about what had just happened?
I did. I told him, I can't believe you had me do that. I'm never going to see you again. And then he was like, you're good. Like, you're still a good person. I was like, I'm not a good person. But then he said, and then he's like, don't worry about it. She wanted him dead. It's done. Don't worry about it. You're still a good person. And he couldn't convince me that I was.
Did he give you anything at this time?
Yeah, he stuffed a roll of coins in my pocket. He said, take this. He said, this should be worth about $10,000.
When you say coins, what kind of coins?
They were gold coins.
The precision and calmness of Austin's testimony held the courtroom in silence, as he detailed how Monica allegedly directed the plan from start to finish. Attention shifted toward her. For the first time during the trial, her composure collapsed. Tears appeared. The confident expression she had maintained for weeks disappeared. Her posture slumped, her hands trembled, and she stared forward, realizing the reality she could no longer escape. The carefully maintained image was gone. Austin's testimony, combined with digital records, messages, and financial motive, dismantled her defense completely. It showed she didn't just benefit, she helped design the plan. To the jury, that made her the architect of the crime. After weeks of testimony, the verdict was delivered. Guilty.
In case number BA 452-975-02. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Monica Cementelli, guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We further find the murder to be of the first degree. We further find the allegation that the murder of Fabio Cementelli was intentional and carried out by the defendant, Monica Cementelli, for financial gain within the meaning of Penal Code Section 190.2A1 to be true. We further find the allegation that the defendant, Monica Cementelli, intentionally killed the victim by means of lying in wait within the meaning of Penal Code Section 190.2A15. In the same case, title, and cause, we, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Monica Cementelli, guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder. Dated April 11th, 2025. Juror number 10, foreperson.
Monica was convicted of orchestrating her husband's murder. The life of privilege she once lived, the estate, the wealth, the status, was replaced by prison walls. On June 23rd, 2025, she was sentenced to life in prison without parole. As the judge read the sentence, she showed no visible reaction, no tears, no remorse, just an empty stare ahead.
190.2, subsection A, subsection 1, and 190.2, subsection A, subsection 15. We sentence the court as follows. Probation is denied for the reasons I have stated. Defendant is sentenced to state prison for the term prescribed by law, which is life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. As to count 2, violation of section 182, subsection A, subsection 1, conspiracy to commit murder. Defendant is sentenced to state prison for the term prescribed by law, which in that case is 25 years to life. The sentence in count 2 is stayed pursuant to Penal Section 654. Said stay to become permanent upon the successful completion of the sentence in count 1.
Fabio's friends broke down in court. His family spoke about the devastation of betrayal, not only losing him, but learning the person responsible was the one he trusted most. Fabio is remembered not for how his life ended, but for the impact he made, the kindness he showed, and the respect he earned throughout his career.
Oh! Whoa! All right, and now it'll go backwards, you say?
Yep.
Oh my God, look at this thing! This is awesome! Ah!
Monica's legacy is far different. Her name is now permanently linked to the life she destroyed through deception. Because no matter how convincing the lie, the truth has a way of surfacing, especially in a courtroom. Some believe she controlled everything. Others think she was influenced and used. What do you believe? Was justice fully served in the Monica Cementelli case? Or did someone else carry the blame? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more real courtroom stories.
Explain. Stupid. So we all we have. We all we have. Out there. I love you. Yeah. Don't take anything. Don't. We have no defense without each other. If you can please watch that show.
How does it look? Be writing to you after they told me they found your DNA. Did you read the part about what's that?
You need to know.
What's that?
There's a lot of mixed feelings out there, you know. But that's the whole life.
Yeah.
It's time for a new